What up YouTube, I'm Eric, thanks for clicking the video. So today is Jinsoul Day. Happy birthday Jinsoul, from another 97 liner to another. I hope you have the best day today, and tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and then. So of course, to honor Jinsoul on this channel, I'm going to be telling all of you the entire story of the Loonaverse from her perspective so far. Now if you do end up liking the video, please do leave a like, it really does help support the channel and makes it easier for others to find too. That being said, if you like what I do here and want to see more videos like this in the future, consider hitting that subscribe button. I know a large percent of you are not subbed yet, and you've seen at least 2 videos of mine, so why not just sub and get notified every time I upload a new video? Makes it that much easier, and it's free. Now, just like my Cherry Day video, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about is from my Odd Eye Circle episode of Tales of the Loonaverse. So if you want to know more of this story from all members of Odd Eye Circle, Luna 1/3, or YY by Y's perspective, the playlist is in the information card now and in the description box down below. Definitely go check them out if you're curious about what the other members were up to, but do keep in mind that some of those series in those videos are a little outdated and some aren't incomplete. But for this video, I'll be including my updated theories and the updated story as well. So grab a sec, sit back, set your light stick to blue, and let's talk about Jinsoul in the Loonaverse. Jinsoul's story begins in Sweet Crazy Love, where she goes to an optometrist to get her eyes checked. While doing the exam, the doctor gives Jinsoul adjustable trial frames and proceeds with a visual acuity test to test her vision. But when she switches to her left eye, her eye changes, with a flash of blue surrounding her iris, and she can barely see the rows of numbers, hanga, and the pictures of an airplane, a butterfly, a bird, and a fish. The doctor, obviously frightened by this abnormality, gives her an eye cover or an eye patch and sends her home. After the appointment, Jinsoul goes to an aquarium, and as she walks through each exhibit, she sees one blue fish swimming slowly around in a tank. Concerned for the fish's well-being, she asks a worker to go check on it. The worker goes in, but comes back to Jinsoul with the fish in the bag, saying the fish wasn't doing well. Jinsoul, being the kind-hearted person she is, tells the worker that she'll take good care of the fish, and leaves with it, taking the subway home. While riding the subway, she listens to music, but suddenly something removes one of her earphones. Kinda rude. She turns to see the perpetrator, but finds no one else in the car. Her headphones now resting next to the fish in the bag. But she senses something, or someone, whispering to her. Shocked by this, she takes the fish in the bag and holds it up, believing it was the fish talking to her. Wanting to see the fish fully, she removes her eye patch and eye cover and reveals her eye, now shining blue, feeling a connection to this fish. She exits the subway and knows that she has to explore the world to find answers to why she's experiencing all this. Jinsoul's Odd Eye. After realizing her connection to this fish in the bag, she explores the world with it, and eventually finds herself alone at night on an airport runway. She peers into the fish in the bag, but senses something or someone was watching her. Scared of what potentially lurks in the darkness, she runs, but slows down when she starts to feel the water droplets coming down, sticking her hand out to check if it was actually starting to rain. In doing so, a force took over her, and she begins to dance. Not so much as a dance, but rather a ritual. This force acknowledges Jinsoul's presence, and she is teleported to a room filled with fish tanks, and the fish in the bag she was carrying is now in a jar. She explores the room of fish tanks, but finds one separated and without its cover. She puts her hand in, but as she moves her hands through the water, she leaves almost like an ink-like blue cloud in the water. Realizing this specific fish tank's significance, she wonders if her blue fish relates to this. She removes the lid from the jar holding the fish and pours the fish into the tank. Right as the fish enters the water, Jinsoul is teleported back to the runway where it's now pouring rain, but she appears to be floating in the air, almost if like she's swimming in the rain. As she completes her ritual, the rain stops. No, not stops, retreats back into the sky, and her fish that was in the bag is now gone. It is this moment where she realizes that the force that was inside the room filled with fish tanks had placed itself within her, and Jinsoul has now become a fully powered ABoUT Eye girl. This force inside her now tells her that the world she knows is in danger. The sun is nearing its end, and when it does, it will explode, sending superheated plasma and radiation throughout the solar system. But to protect the world, she would have to construct a new moon filled with color before the next solar eclipse. During that eclipse, the world would be protected by this new moon, the moon acting like a shield. But such an impossible feat couldn't be done by just herself. She would have to find 11 other special girls to come together and run when the moon was at its fullest to begin the moon's transformation. The force inside her tells her she's not alone in this search. There are others just like her, ABoUT Eye girls, and she will have to find them if she wants to succeed. Jinsoul understands the urgency of the situation and leaves the runway in search for the other ABoUT Eye girls. Finding the ABoUT Eye circle. Through her search, Jinsoul came across another ABoUT Eye girl, essentially each other's ABoUT Eye, and one whose eye shined a fiery red. This girl introduced herself as Kimlip, and together they teamed up to find another ABoUT Eye girl. In their search, they scout a girl in a purple school uniform and follow her around. They notice this girl uses a mirror to reflect sunlight into one of her friend's eyes and devise a plan to using that action to get her attention. As the girl in purple leaves the house and swims with her friends, Jinsoul, using her new ABoUT Eye powers, teleports into the house and sets a cake with one very special cherry on top on the bed for the girl in purple and teleports away, allowing the girl in purple to take the bait and prepares for the girl in purple's arrival. Jinsoul watches the girl in purple appear on the bed in the building across from her and watches as Kimlip uses a mirror to get her attention, which works. The girl in purple follows Kimlip into a field with 12 mirrors scattered around the floor. Kimlip and Jinsoul observe what the girl in purple does, and they see her sit next to one of the mirrors, and a cherry flies out of it, and the girl in purple eats it and is teleported away. Jinsoul and Kimlip follow this girl to where all the green grass and trees are now purple. The girl in purple now runs away, but stops to admire the sky. Kimlip and Jinsoul right behind her. As they catch up, the girl in purple turns around, confused as to who these people are. Kimlip and Jinsoul introduce themselves, and the girl in purple introduces herself as Cherry. Jinsoul and Kimlip tell Cherry exactly what the forces inside them said. The world is in danger. The sun is nearing its end. When it does, it will explode, sending superheated plasma and radiation throughout the solar system. But to protect the world, they have to construct a new moon filled with color before the next solar eclipse. And during that eclipse, the world will be protected by this new moon, the moon acting like a shield. Cherry obviously is very surprised about all this, but still agrees to help. They call themselves the members of ABoUT Eye Circle, and now the three girls stand at the front lines in defense to save the world, under their new slogan, Girlfront. A map from the unknown. Out in the desert, the girls of ABoUT Eye Circle prepare their plan. Jinsoul is out trying to find any other of the special girls, but senses that she's needed back at the ABoUT Eye Circle trailer, and she teleports back to the trailer. Cherry tells Jinsoul and Kimlip that she's found a map of the nearby city, and the three take the map into the trailer to plan out some of the details. To get a better understanding of this map and the layout of the city, they move the trailer into the city. They plan out how they're going to do everything, how they're going to rally the other girls, marking specific places where these other girls could be when the day comes, and mark one spot on the map where the three of them would meet when the world was saved. After finishing the planning for the day, Kimlip and Jinsoul fall asleep in the trailer. Cherry, still awake, notices someone lurking outside the trailer, but doesn't tell anyone about it. As nighttime approaches, Kimlip and Jinsoul leave together, and Cherry goes home by herself. Girlfriend preparation. Not really needing their trailer anymore, the girls of ABoUT Eye Circle move their trailer back into the desert, where they make final preparations for their plan. Kimlip and Jinsoul were there waiting for Cherry to return with the map so they can go into the city to begin their plan. Cherry returns to the trailer where Kimlip and Jinsoul were waiting for her, and the three prepare to go in the city in the yellow truck. But right before they leave, Cherry takes the map and folds it into a paper airplane and sends it off. And the three walk to the truck happily, enjoying the last moments with each other for what could be the last time. As they get into the city, Jinsoul and Kimlip split off from Cherry and go off into a riverbed to say their goodbyes for now. They stare away from each other, preparing to go about their tasks. Just before they begin, they turn to face each other, smiling. Jinsoul's blue odd eye now active, and Kimlip turns back and starts running, and Jinsoul turns and starts teleporting. The odd eye circle mission was now set in motion. Green and orange. After teleporting to a couple spots and walking around the city, not finding any girls, Jinsoul teleports back into the riverbed and takes the truck and starts driving the truck around the city. Eventually, she comes across two girls running around a nearby field. She already knows them as Hasu and Yejin because of Cherry. As she approaches the girls, she senses something within one of them. The older one. Hasu. Another odd eye, she thought. Holding back her curiosity, she explains to them what's happening with the sun and moon, and tells them to run when the moon was at its fullest. After explaining, she tells Hasu that she has an odd eye, and she should power it too. And Hasu agrees. Upon this agreement, Jinsoul gives Hasu the yellow truck to guide her to where she's needed. But suddenly, she tells Hasu that she senses a girl that's lost and alone in a dark forest. And to save her, Hasu had to sing a spell of love, a sonatine, and Hasu does so. But now something calls to Jinsoul to go back between worlds, and she teleports away, leaving Hasu and Yejin in the grassy field with the yellow truck. The wolf between worlds. All the girls of Odd Eye Circle wait in between worlds, when suddenly a girl they know as Olivia Hye appears before them. Olivia Hye tells them that all she wants is to be with the YY members, now that she has more love than anger inside her. The girls of Odd Eye Circle can sense how much Olivia Hye has gone through and agrees to teleport her close to them, but on the condition that when she meets with the YY members, she must run with them when the moon was at its fullest to help start the construction of the new moon. Olivia Hye agrees and then is teleported back into the dark forest, but closer to where the other members of YY were. The run. Continuing with their plan, Cherry and Kimlip leave, and Jinsoul teleports to a parking garage and looks up to the moon. She waits for the moon to be at its fullest, doing some stretches, and right as the moon reaches its fullest, and as fast as she could, she runs, helping start the moon's transformation. Aftermath. As the new moon's transformation is set into motion and the moon sends meteor fragments towards Earth, Jinsoul goes to a phone booth to try and contact the other members of Odd Eye Circle to make sure they were all okay, but to no avail. As she's in the booth, it begins to rain. Luckily for her, she's a waterbender. Well, not exactly, but she has learned the ability to control some amounts of water. Using her Odd Eye powers, Jinsoul makes the rain stop in midair and retreats back upwards into the sky, just like what she did all the way back at that airport runway so long ago. The end of the Loonaverse. The new moon fully cooled, it now lying still in color. The girls of Odd Eye Circle come to where they marked on the map where they would meet up once the world was saved. Cherry and Kimlip were already there, waiting for Jinsoul to appear. Jinsoul teleports to where her friends of Odd Eye Circle are, and to see them tired, but still smiling, happy to see all of them again. The three come together, holding each other's hands, relieved it's finally over, only releasing each other to admire what they've done. They did it. They created a new moon. They saved the world. So ends the story of the Loonaverse. Or does it? But of course, this is just my interpretation of what's happening in the Loonaverse so far for Jinsoul's birthday. There's still plenty of story of the Loonaverse that is yet to be revealed, especially the part about the supposed coming eclipse and the sun exploding. But definitely leave your birthday wishes for Jinsoul in the comments. But yeah, that's all I have here for today. If you liked the video, please do leave a like. It really does help support this channel and those other theories to find the video too. If you like what I do here and want to see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, happy birthday Jinsoul. Wishing you health, happiness, and much luck for the AND album. And for everyone that's watching the video, go watch Jinsoul's Singing in the Rain music video today. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.